I'm impressed that the Mecha-Hom operates so well in the rain. They're waterproof. Nothing to worry about. Is this the Crabble? This is a Crabble, but it doesn't have an exclamation mark over its head, so it's not the one with the moss that I need. Very rude. Then Digimon launch cast into the stratosphere? Yeah, Digimon was definitely... I don't know which Digimon playthrough specifically, probably Cyber Sleuth and then also Next Order, but Digimon in general is what got my channel, like, up into the 5-digit range. One day I will do a redux of Xenoblade Chronicles X, because I'm actually really disappointed in that playthrough. I did a lot of stuff off-screen. Mostly I did a lot of quests off-screen when I did Xenoblade Chronicles X. I'm still just really, like, holding out hope that Nintendo will finally port X to the Switch. Because it's, like, one of the only, like, I don't know, one of the only, like, 4 games left on the Wii U, if even that many, that haven't been given new life on the Switch. It makes me very mad. But, one day, if Nintendo doesn't just go ahead and release Xenoblade Chronicles X on the Switch, one day I will, one day I'll finally be like, alright, it's time. And then we'll do a Redux playthrough where I'll do, like, everything on screen. I'll also probably be a lot better at the game and learn the mechanics a lot better as well. So that way we can, beat the post-game bosses, guys, because I didn't fight a lot of the post-game bosses in that game. Eternal Scars. I love this heart-to-heart. Let's do it. Would you buy X again if it came to the Switch? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, in a heartbeat. Dunban. I don't know how to ask this. What is it, Melia? The man in the metal-faced Mech-Hom. Mumkar, I think? I'm amazed that you remembered the name Mumkar. Were you and he acquainted before he became that thing? We were comrades in arms. 1 year ago, he and I risked our lives fighting the Mech-Hom. But when the battle turned, he chose to make a run for it. So he was a cowardly man? He was always fairly unreliable. Deep down, I knew that one day he'd fail us in a time of need. But in the battle a year ago, he still seemed to be on our side. What do you mean, Dunban? Are you saying he wasn't always the monster he became? Whatever his reasons, that day, he was fighting off those machines as hard as we were. That is difficult to believe. I know the truth. That's why I'm so full of regret. Maybe I could have stopped him. You mustn't blame yourself. You could not have stopped this. Perhaps, but it's complicated. I can't deny that he was a bit of an unreliable fellow, but he saved my life countless times. After I took up the Monado, there was a definite change in him. He was taken by its power. I pity him. I just wish he'd realized I wasn't the true heir to the Monado. Shulk was. He never should have had a reason to hate either of us. Dunban. Mumkar. I doubt I'll ever forgive you for what you did. But I'll never forget you. And I hope you can find peace. I love Dunban so much. He is such an amazing character. And they do Mumkar so well in this game as well. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Did you stream the Zelda HD remasters like Twilight Princess and Wind Waker HD? I have no interest in Wind Waker because I personally hate Wind Waker's art style. I have nothing against the art style itself if other people like it, but I do not like the art style of Wind Waker, so I have no interest in playing it. But if they re-released Twilight Princess again, I'd probably play it, yeah. Unless I was busy playing a bunch of other stuff at the time. I already did Twilight Princess on the Wii U on my channel. Is this where the spider is? No, it would have already shown up. I thought the spider was around here, but I guess not. It must be on Digit 2, I think. Mumkar watched too many Animal I Have Become anime AMVs. Yep, that was it. That was it. Pretty much every game on the Wii has ended up on the Switch, except for Xenoblade Chronicles X. So you're not wrong. it's very disappointing, because, like, Xenoblade Chronicles X is a better game than Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but, you know, that's a statement that could get certain people on the internet to get really mad at me. What do you think of the game Astral Chain? It was fine. It was mostly a disappointment to me. Astral Chain was a lot of flash and no substance. Gameplay was, like, fine. It was pretty fun, but it wasn't, like, great or really good. And then, like, the characters and stories were all in... The characters and the plotline were all insanely one-dimensional and not well done. Really boring by the end of it. It was really pretty, though, and it had really good music. But, even though it was pretty and had good music, the gameplay wasn't bad, but the gameplay definitely was not good enough to warrant how bad, like, the story and the characters were for me to, like, say the game was good or enjoyable overall. Come and fight me, you whatever you're called. I've already forgotten. Excuse me, M56 prototype. Could you please be dead, sir? Thank you. Have you rethought your stance on waiting for One Piece to finish before reading it? No, not even slightly. I've just realized that Ricky is on the ground. This is unfortunate. Time for the Melia Dunban carry. Thank you, game lag. Is this gonna kill you? I hope it does. Oh yeah, you're dead as heck. Goodbye. Nice, nice, nice. Very nice. Get this guy with the ×4 poison. You love to see it. Didn't do as much as I thought it would, but it was good enough. Zap. More suffering. Oh, there's the damage I'm looking for.
Good job, everyone.
I'm like not interested in One Piece. I don't know if I've ever given off that impression, but like I'm really not. Like even when One Piece finishes, I probably won't read it unless one day I'm really like, you know what? I should give One Piece a try. Like, I would have to really be in the mood to be like, I want to read a manga right now, I want to read a shonen, and One Piece is finished. Let's give One Piece a try. I pressed that way too early.
None can oppose us. He was cool, yes? Now I can navigate this.
Hey, you're dead. Excuse me? What are you doing here, sir? The Oda said that he's more than 2 words of the way through. Yeah, I mean, I'll believe that when I see it. There was a, listen, just because a mangaka says that they're, like, near the end or they think they're near the end does not necessarily mean it's true. Whenever people mention this specifically, I always think of, obviously this is not a review involving Oda, who is the writer of One Piece, but, I'm pressing L and R to try and open the map, because I think I'm playing, my mind is like, you're playing Fire Emblem Three Houses. Press R or L to open the map. And no, that's not the game I'm playing. But anyways, there was an interview where I think Masashi Kishimoto, the writer of Naruto, and Horikoshi, the writer of My Hero Academia, were being interviewed together. And, or no, they weren't being interviewed together. I think Horikoshi was being interviewed, and he was talking about Masashi Kishimoto because Naruto had given him inspiration. But he said that he had talked to Kishimoto, and one of the best pieces of advice that Kishimoto got from, or that one of the best pieces of advice that Horikoshi got from Kishimoto was Kishimoto said, don't think that you're going to know exactly how many chapters you're going to use, or like exactly how much you can condense an arc into a number of chapters and all that. And then Horikoshi said it was the best advice I got, because when I was doing the sports festival arc in Academia, I thought it was going to be like, I don't remember what number he said, I don't remember how many chapters it was, but he said, I thought it was going to be like a 15, 20 chapter thing, and then it ended up being like 30 to 40 chapters. It took me like twice as long to get everything I wanted in. So, like, a writer can say, like, oh yeah, I'm like 2/3 done, like, I know exactly how many arcs are left and how much, like, each arc is going to be lengthwise, but they don't actually know that until they put a pen to the paper and they've written down every single chapter. Things can change out of nowhere, and they could be writing a chapter that they thought, like, I can get everything I need to get across in this one 20-page chapter, but then when they start writing it, they're like, actually, this one thing that I have to write is going to take me 3 to 4 chapters instead of just 1. So even if the writer of One Piece is like, yeah, we're 2/3 done, that could easily change, like, 50 chapters from now. Anyways, hello, Prox. What do you need me to do for you?
Welcome.
Tell me more about your problems. I will fix them. What's up? Click spring water from Zack Spring. Oh, you need me to go back to Zack Spring. I can do that. I'm on it. Also, yeah, One Piece makes a ton of money. So, like, One Piece might end, quotation marks, but then they're gonna do exactly what they did with Naruto and be like, hey guys, what about a spin-off series where we can make, like, 500 more chapters and keep getting more money, even if it completely ruins the original story and characters and, like, is just, in general, really bad, which is exactly what they did with Boruto.
How's it
Hey,
going?
Carlos. How's it going, brother? I do like that there are a couple of Homs down here in the Machina village that, like, fell during the Battle of Sword Valley or whatever. It's really neat. How do you envision Xenoblade 3 would be like? Hopefully a lot more like Xenoblade 1 and a lot less like Xenoblade 2.
Welcome.
Other than that, I don't make games, I just play them. I don't have the creativity really for, well, I wouldn't say I'm uncreative. I feel like I watch enough anime and play enough JRPGs and all that I could come up with, like, a storyline. I feel like if, for some reason, Bandai came up to me and was like, hey, we want you to make the next Tales of game, I feel like I could work out a good plot and stuff for, like, a Tales of game. But for, like, when someone asks me something specific, like, what do you think a sequel to this exact game would be like? Well, what would a sequel to Breath of the Wild or another Xenoblade Chronicles look like? Like, dude, I got no idea. Absolutely no clue at all. That is not a question that I am equipped to answer. As a comic reader, I laugh at your idea that 500 chapters more on top of a complete story being long. As someone who reads manga and watches anime, I laugh at how out of touch you are, that just because you read a lot, you think 500 isn't long. Because I'm here to tell you that 500 20-page chapters is long. Just because you read a lot does not mean that it's not long. That's a ridiculous statement. Yo, Liam, what's up, dude? How's it going? Did you do it, Liam? Did you beat the Radiance? Did you actually win, or did you end up calling it a day? Also, thank you so much for the raid. Good to see you, brother. No, don't link Lauren. He did it? He did it. Did it first try. Awesome. I knew you could. Very proud of you, Liam. I'm very glad that you played Hollow Knight, and thanks for letting me lead you through the true ending of Hollow Knight instead of just going, like, completely blind and only doing the normal ending and then, like, stopping there. I greatly appreciate it. I look forward to watching your attempts at the Radiance and inevitably beating it when the VOD goes up on YouTube. That is a big wolf! Look at the size of this lad! What a large individual! Ricky, get him! Get him, Ricky! Get him! Beat him up! Excuse me, sir, leave my small puffball daddy alone. You will face me and me alone. Useless indeed, fool. Get that fence down. Excuse me, sir, I would like a chain attack if you wouldn't mind. Oh, art sealed. Sucks to suck, nerd. Can I topple you? Nope. It's fine, you're done. Admirable heft on that there wolfy lad, I know, right? Alright, this guy is dead as heck. Who aggroed all of those fish over there? Was that you, Ricky? Did you aggro those fish? Please don't lag the game. Cursed you, Switch, and your lag. Oh, I didn't get a chain link anyway, rip. Alright, well, he's dead. Hi, fish. Oh, the fish gave up. They were like, nah, dog, we saw you kill that big boy, we're out. Honestly respectable. Smartest fish I've ever seen. Ricky wanted the fish for Melia. He did. You're right. Excuse me, sir, I just killed, like, your king. Can you leave me alone? Wait a minute. Did I get the... Oh, I did. I'm dumb. I was walking around like, wait a minute, didn't I already get the electric unit? What am I doing? I need to go back here and give the lady the electro unit to fix our robot waifu. Hey, what's up? I got it.
How are you?
The fish are, like, understandable. Have a good day, sir. Absolutely.
I think we found it.
Is this the piezoelectric unit?
Yes, that's it. Well done.
Leonarda, will Fiora be okay now?
She'll be fine. It will just take me a little time to reconfigure and install the unit. Leave it to me. You get some rest.
But...
Shulk, do you want her to see you looking exhausted when she wakes up?
You're right. I'll try and get some rest. Thank you for everything you're doing.
Liam, thank you so much for the 5 Tier 1 gift subs, man. Thank you for the support. Greatly appreciated. What's wrong with this dude's right arm? Oh, are you talking about Dunban? The sword on Shulk's back is called the Monado, and Dunban used to use it, and if anyone other than Shulk uses it, it starts to, like, hurt them over time and whatnot. So Dunban had to use it to be able to win a war that would have, like, wiped out all of the people if he didn't win it. And so using the sword, like, permanently disabled his right arm. If he ever takes, like, it shows at some points in the game where he's not wearing a shirt, and you can see there are scars just going all along his right arm. Oh, thank you so much, Liam. I was glad to help with Hollow Knight. Thank you.
By the way...
Yes?
The chief says he wants to speak with you. I think it's about Egil.
I'll go and see him. He wants Egil stopped. And so do we. But I need to sleep on it.
Good. You mustn't overburden yourself. We will help you in any way we can.
Thank you.
Dunban would be too strong with his right arm. He doesn't use his right arm to give the enemies a handicap. I appreciate the in-depth explanation from Chaos, which was what I wanted to know, but I will nonetheless be believing Lone Wolf's reasoning. Honestly, Lone Wolf's reasoning is also fair. Like, the reason Dunban let the Monado hurt his right arm is because he's too powerful with 2 hands. Like, he would destroy the universe, straight up. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to go over this way. Does it ever stop raining in this place? Please! My socks, they're so wet, I'm dying.
Welcome.
We're all 7 of us, or, well, no, Fiora's still on the table. So all 6 of us are going to sleep in this little cylinder room? Is there enough space in there for everyone?
How are you? Sleep well?
No, I couldn't really fall asleep with all of this darn rain!
Yes, very well. I wanted to, talk about your son.
Have you made up your mind?
Yes, we agree with you. Egil must be stopped. But we can't act now.
Oh? Why's that?
Before we came here, we heard of plans to form an allied force on Bionis. Any day now, they're going to launch an attack on Mecha-Homs, but it's too dangerous. Egil has made a weapon that could kill us all.
The weapon that Mumkar was using? The one that shoots green fluid?
He said it can decompose any being from Bionis.
We have to go back and warn them, before it's too late.
Well, you could always ask me to do it.
Dixon! What are you doing here?
He's just hanging around, being Dixon, normal Dixon things, how it be. That reminds me, when using the Monado, why didn't Dunban get visions like Shulk does? Only the true heir to the Monado gets visions. So Dunban didn't. The only one who can have visions when using the Monado is Shulk and then Zanza, because Zanza is also, like, they don't call him the true heir to the Monado, but, like, you know, Shulk and Zanza go hand in hand. They're the only ones who get visions.
I can't believe you found us.
Oh, also, Alvis also gets visions, but Alvis, again, is a very special case, and he doesn't even use the Monado for it.
Why? This place is directly below the fortress. If you fell from up there, I figured you must have ended up here. And Bob's your uncle.
Imagine for just a second that Bob's your uncle wasn't a saying. What if, like, Dixon was just like, I figured out you must have been here. Oh, also, by the way, that guy named Bob that you know, he's your uncle, just in case you were unaware. And then Shulk is just like, Bob? Like Bob from accounting? He is my uncle? This whole time, I had no idea that my uncle was Bob from accounting. That'd be crazy, dude.
You're looking well, Dixon.
Ah, I see you're looking like your usual old self.
You know each other?
Kinda.
I scratch his back. He scratches mine. He tells us about the outside world, and we give him technology and information.
Why did you keep that to yourself? That information is vital to all who fight Mecha-Homs.
Not all of us Homs are good people. What had happened if the Mecha-hating types found this place? These Machina cut themselves off from the world to get away from pointless fighting.
So they escaped to live in peace. Somewhere they wouldn't be seen. Makes sense.
Clever little crown princess, ain't ya?
So this is where you obtained all that stuff you brought back to Colony 9. I wondered where you were getting it from.
I thought it was fine as long as it helped Shulk out at the lab. I guess the secret's out now. So, that weapon. How dangerous are we talking about?
I haven't discovered why, but it disintegrates anything it touches. But only if it's living tissue from Bionis.
Bet that would come in handy.
Dixon!
I'm only joking. Anyway, for now, just don't let any of it touch you. I'll come up with something to counter it. Leave it with me and I'll keep you posted.
The only way to defeat Eggel's almighty Mountain Dew attack is to counter it with our own Dr. Pepper attack. So we gotta, like, get to work on that ASAP.
You lot go and take care of that Eagle or whatever his name is. If you take him down, the Allied force might not even be needed.
Okay. Let me think about it for a bit.